Dungeon Hunter 6 just added a brand new channel into their Discord called the Official Game Info, and they've done a beginner's guide for all of you guys out there. I know I did one myself just the other day, but we're going to go through theirs, compare the notes, and see exactly where they are. And right at the end, there is a lieutenant tier list, and I'm going to go through that, and we're going to talk through a couple of the lieutenants. I'm only going to pick out a few. I'm not going to go through them all. That will be a separate video, but we're going to see if you guys actually agree with the lieutenant tier list that they put out. But let's head over to Discord and have a look through right now. Alright, let's get into it. Lee has posted this for all of us. The Beginner's Guide. When hunters first set foot on the continent of Valentia, you may feel lost. This Beginner's Guide has been prepared to help hunters navigate their way and become qualified hunters. At the beginning of the game, hunters can follow the preliminary beginner's quest to familiarize themselves with the basic operations of the game. During this period, hunters can use these operations to conquer powerful bosses and level up to 6. So as I said as well, literally you just play through the quest and you get through. After that, the hunters can freely start new quests along the main mission lines. Along their way, lieutenants will gradually join our team, making us progressively more and more powerful hunters and gradually level up to level 25. Again, exactly what I said. You can literally just boost yourself to level 25 without doing very much. Once you reach level 25, the main quest story requires level 26. Hunters will need to sweep through the plot instances to level up quickly so they continue to the main mission line. So come across to your story, go to whichever champion you have fully defeated, so the last level of each of these instances, and then you click on there and you can consecutive raid. This is how you gain XP. As you can see here, every time that you go through, this is where you get XP up. This is the main way to level up your champions, or not your champion, to level up your own champion. So that's what you need to do. Once you get stuck, that's every day you need to go in there. When it's full, whenever you're in there, just go and farm that energy and whatever boss you are up to. So back over to Discord, keep following the main quest campaign to level up quickly to level 29. During this period, hunters will encounter equipment reforging. This is a key avenue for hunters to rapidly improve their abilities, so it must be treated seriously. Of course, this includes joining an active guild, finding like-minded friends, and earning generous rewards. Again, they don't really tell us much about the gearing here. This is obviously a very basic beginner's guide. As I said before, I will go into gearing. I need to learn a lot more about it myself before I make a video on it for you guys, but it is coming. Join your guilds, join whatever the best guild you can join at the time, and then maybe a few more days in, then have a look to see if your guild is still active. If it is not, leave and find a better guild, because having better guilds means you get better rewards. Quickly sweep the plot instances, same thing as I said before, and then continue the main quest campaign until level 34. The first day's main quest journey is now complete and players can start daily routines. The following is a summary of some daily routines that could help you progress. So they're saying that in the first day you can reach level 34, level 35 in the first day, which I agree. You can definitely do that. It took me a little bit longer because I didn't have a very outstretched day. You'd probably have to put aside a fair few hours to do this all in one day, depending how much money you spend and how intently you're playing, but it can happen. So if we have a look, you got a magic chest, 5-star recommended level, bounty task. The thing is, I don't care about the recommended star levels. I go and do these every day. Just do your daily quest, go out and do them. You need to do them so you get more rewards. They're so easy. They're pretty much all auto. So this star level means nothing, just go and do them all. Finally, a warm reminder, before logging out, make sure to eliminate all red dots and boost your strength to the maximum. Quickly clear the Forbidden Tower to obtain considerable amount of AFK rewards. That is something that I did not touch on my beginner video. So if we go back over into game, come down to the AFK down here. So whilst you're not online and when you are online, it continually goes against the highest level evil tower or whatever tower you are at, and you gain rewards consistently. So make sure before you leave every time, just go into the evil tower and just try again. Because the higher you are, the more rewards you get, and usually when you log off, it's either night time or you're not going to be playing for it a little while again, and you want to come into heaps good rewards. Make sure your tower level is as high as possible. Before we go any further, there is one thing that you really do not want to miss out on. Come up the top to welfare, come down to gift code. Please enter gift code, put in all caps, blue stacks, enter, did not spell it right, blue stacks. Click OK. Boom. Gold coins, diamond, unknown summoning scroll. And whilst we're talking about BlueStacks, if you do want to download the game on your computer, there is a link in the description below. If you click that, download on your PC. That is exactly how I play this game pretty much That's the only way I play. On BlueStacks, as you can see here, that is what the outside border is around my game. It is absolutely amazing. You can play any game from your Play Store on your computer through BlueStacks. It is one of the best applications I've ever used. But let's go and have a look at the lieutenants. Are you troubled by the abundance of lieutenants and not sure how to match them? Here are some introductory suggestions for lieutenants that could help you clear up any confusion and aid in becoming a qualified hunter. So they've got a power ranking of each element, which I will bring up the lieutenants now so we can all have a look together. So they've done their rankings really weird. Tier 0 seems to be their best, but that is Archmage Herbert, this guy right here, which if you spend money on the first day, you will get him. He does. At level 11, you get Fire Blessing. Immediately restores HP equal to 5% of the max HP plus 247% attack to all allies. So you get HP up and you get an attack up. He does a fireball, he shoots at enemies, and then he does a giant fireball every now and again, 15 seconds. So his major skill, that's the cooldown of 40 seconds, that's the one that you go and click. When you click that main attack, it is your HP up, or HP restored, plus 247 attack extra to allies. That is unbelievable. I can see why he is one of their best in the game. And if you did spend the money, you would have him straight off the bat. I feel like he's very hard to pull within the summons because I have not got a second one of him yet. So the next one they have on the fire list is this Terror Fiend. What does he do? He swings the broadsword to devastate an enemy, dealing 20% hero damage plus 1024 lieutenant damage while gaining 40% crit chance for 8 seconds. Then he just swings his large sword for some big damage and spins and wields the great sword to deal 20 and 742. So he seems like the warrior, but in a lieutenant. We'll head on over to water, and they've got down as number 1 Rhyme Lady, which is this one up here. This is the UR that everyone is trying to get through the event that you're getting the shards for. The worst thing about these URs is that it's going to be very, 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 very hard to star them up because you need copies of them, and you need more and more as you go. And man, trying to get a UR, the percentages are so low. But what does she do? Transforms into Rhyme Lady for 10 seconds, during which takes 80% less damage. The hero gains the skill Divine Verdict, deals 1290% hero damage to the target area, increases damage for 10% every 1 second of transformed, charging up to 50%, deals a 3-second stun on an invulnerable target, dispels the invulnerability effect. Wow, after upgrading to 10-star Divine Verdict, additionally reduces the target's 20% attack for 8 seconds. Wow, that is a huge attack. I can see why she is one of the best in the game and why she is a UR. Harnesses Frost Magic, dealing 20% hero damage and 390 lieutenant damage, and summons Blizzard upon enemy, dealing 20% hero damage and 525 lieutenant damage. She is a huge burst of damage and invulnerability counter, which I haven't really come across much invulnerability yet, but if you get her, she should be straight in your team. The next one, the tier 1 that they have, is Olivia and Coretta. We'll just pick Coretta because she is here. Summons an Ice Jail, dealing 20% hero damage plus 856 lieutenant damage with ice spikes while freezing the target for 3 seconds. The freeze is amazing. 20%, 286, and Spell Circle, upping crit chance and crit damage. So she seems really good as well. And the other one they have is Olivia. This one here, another one that I don't have. Summons an energy cube to increase the damage dealt to all surrounding enemies by 50%. So really damage increase by 50%. That is massive as well. Last but not least, we have the nature affinity. So the best one they say is Mahasti, which again is UR. You're going to have the problems that you can't star them up very much. But if this skill is good enough, it's probably worth it even at the 5 stars that you get them. Transforms into an Ancestral Soul to protect the hero, granting the hero a shield equal to 75% of the match HP for 10 seconds. The shield can reflect 60% of the damage done. At 10 star, grants additional 10% crit chance and 20 crit damage. Wow, that's a huge shield, and it also attacks back at the enemy. I do love that. Deals the Golem to attack, dealing 20% at 302%. Builds up power for a powerful blow, dealing 491 lieutenant damage to an enemy with 30% to chance to stun. Well, I can see why she is very, very much up there as well. And the next one is Nora. Attacks the target 6 times in quick succession, dealing 20% and 1124% lieutenant damage to targets within range. Upon killing the target, increases crit chance by 40% for 8 seconds. Wow. Quickly spins and swings daggers, so this one seems more like the assassin as a lieutenant, which is pretty cool. And the last one we will look at is the winged terror. This one right here. SSR, winged terror. So what do we got? Quickly flaps the wings to create a tornado, healing allies for 5% max HP and granting them a wind blessing, which restores HP for 70% of attack per second and increases movement speed by 15% and damage by 30%. That is a really good buff. Quickly flaps the wings to attack several times, dealing 515 lieutenant damage and recovering HP. So she seems like a really good healer and a bit of damage. So if you do want to go and look at this yourself and read it, it is in the Discord. If you haven't joined the Discord, I'll put a link down below to join the Discord and go and read it for yourself. There is the tier 2 and tier 3 as well, but I don't think it's worth going through those. You may have to put in one of the tier 2s until you get one of the tier 1s. I'm unsure what the percentage chances, like if the ones that aren't supposed to be as good come out more often, because I have a couple of SSR heroes that I've got like 6 or 7 times. There's other ones I haven't even got once, so I'm not sure if there is individual percentages on everything, but we'll see as we go on. The recommended lineup combination can be found in a recommended section within the Lieutenant's Codex in the game. So we'll quickly go and have a look at that. As we can see here behind me, this is the tier list that they have done. That was those 3 that I first looked at, and then other couple underneath. I'd try and stay in this top 2. If you have to take one from the next line, I'd go with that, but make sure you're just not wasting all your materials. So to get the most out of each character, you don't have to upgrade them at all. You don't need to do perfection at all. You only need to promote star rating. If you come across and have a look in the helpers section here, they only get bonuses from the star rating they are. So just have a look at this before you go and upgrade anything, and make sure you're upgrading only good lieutenants that are going to help you move forward, and only star them up. You do not need to upgrade and perfection them. That is just a waste of time. Only do that for the ones that you are going to use. As you can see, I have used these 2, and 3 with Delphine. I've taken up really high. That is literally a waste of materials. I wish I had looked into this before I had done that, because now I'm going to refocus on the ones that are probably worth it, like this guy right here, which I didn't think was that good, but now that I've read his skills, I do see that he is really, really good and worth it. So if you want to have a look at what they recommend, if you come into your archive here, look down the bottom here, there is recommended, and then they're showing you teams that you could use together. They obviously work well together. Have a look here, find what you've got. Maybe you can replace one for whatever you want. Lineup analysis, it gives you everything right here. I love how they've done this. A lot of games it's just for free will. Maybe they're not perfect and we'll find out better ones down the track, but this is a great place to start if you have a full series here, and it even gives you a reason why. Full water, full natural, full fire. I actually do like that. That's really, really cool. But that is it for today's video. If you liked it, let me know. Hit that subscribe down below, and I'll come at you in a video soon.